Hello, this is Leen from STAYLEENFITNESS, and today we're going to be doing a yoga and meditation class. To begin, we're just going to start with a simple meditation, sitting down, crossing our legs. We're going to just take a moment of our lives and just take a breath. Try to take some deep breaths in your nose, out your mouth, focusing on your breath. If you want to close your eyes, this is a chance to do so. You just want to clear your thoughts and keep everything positive in and just take everything negative out. As you are meditating, try to think of a happy place, whether it's with family, with friends, whether it's painting, walking, taking a hike, anything, and just clear your mind of any negative thoughts in your head. Try to just focus on your breathing in your nose, out your mouth, and just truly focus on yourself, focus on your mind, focus on your body, focus on anything that makes you happy. But here we're going to raise our hands and slowly bring prayer hands down to our chest. We're going to do that about 2 to 3 more times. Just remember to be focusing on your breathing as you continue doing this, and focus on anything you want in your mind right now. As we continue, we're going to start doing arm bends going towards our left side. So slowly just bend your arms above your head, your opposite arm will lean downwards, and just switch. We're going to do that 3 times here. So while you're just focusing on your breathing, if you want, you can close your eyes and just feel your stretch. Feel that upper body stretch, feel your back move, feel your legs move, feel anything move. And just remember to keep your thoughts happy, clear your mind of anything that might be obstructing your thought, anything. Just continue to do side bends here. As we finish up side bends, we're going to adjust and we're going to start doing shoulder rolls. So first we're going to just do shoulder rolls backwards. We're going to count to 10 and do 10 shoulder roll backwards. Remember to just focus on your breathing here. Try to clear your mind. Alright, so now we're going to switch to arm circles forward, and we're also going to do 10 of those. Remember to try to keep a steady breathing rate pace at here, and just continue doing this. Now we're going to move on into neck rolls. So slowly roll your neck going towards the left side. We're going to just do that 3 times, but take your time with this. Remember to still try to focus on your breathing, keep track of it. But we're going to do 3 neck rolls to the left and 3 neck rolls to the right, nice and slowly at your own pace. If you hear anything cracking, anything moving, it's okay. It's natural. If you feel any discomfort, then just skip going all the way back and just try to maintain forward. Next, we're just going to do a simple forward bend, just to be able in a toe touch. Just stretch your legs, stretch your back, forward. Remember to still focus on your breathing, guys. We're still going to be doing that, but we're going to do a back stretch. So rotating our hips, keeping our legs straight, one leg bent. We're going to rotate to our right side with our right arm going towards our left side in our back, and our right arm going towards our left arm going into our right side. Just hold. Now we're going to switch. Do the same thing. Rotate your hips to the left. Keep your right arm in front, a little behind your leg, using your leg as the resistance. And use your left arm, keeping it towards the back. And we're going to repeat that 3 times. Alright, so we're going to move on into arm and leg circles or ankle circles. We're just going to get a nice little stretch, make sure our joints are moving, make sure they're able to stay mobile during this workout. And we're just going to do 10 rotations on one side and 10 rotations on the opposite side. Alright, so we're going to get started, and we're going to start by getting into our child's pose. So just sink your hips back, move your arms forward. This is going to be our neutral position. So if at any time during this session, if you feel tired, just simply go into this position. We'll be taking deep breaths in and out while we're here. From there, we're going to move into our cow to cat position. So as you're breathing in, you're going to get into a cow position. And when you breathe out, you'll want to be in cat position. So cow position is keeping your back arched slightly. So you're going to slowly arch your back. Take a breath in. Then slowly, as you're breathing out, you're going to get into cat position. That's mostly you're bending forward. You want your back to be extended. So just remember to breathe in, cow position. Breathe out, cat. Get a good sense of this motion, because our next position, we're just going to be rotating from child's pose into cow pose. So it's going to be nice little body circle where it's mostly going forwards to backwards, just so we can get a little momentum, some movement here. Get our body to just truly feel the essence of the stretches. So here we're just going to go down and back up, down and back up. Remember to still be focusing on your breaths while we're here. And after this, we're going to just continue into our child's pose, just to get a nice little stretch, because we're going to start more of an intense part of the workout or session for yoga. But remember to focus on your breathing, clear your thoughts of anything, any type of negativity. But so from child's pose, we're going to lift up into downward dog, where we're just going to take two or three breaths in there. We're going to try to just get that stretch in. You'll truly feel it there. So slowly lift your left leg up, and with a bend, just to get a nice stretch. You're going to feel your hips moving. Try to stabilize them while you're in this position. But from here, we're going to slowly bring our left leg next to our outer left hand. From there, we're going to keep our leg stabilized there. You're going to keep your right hand down. Slowly bring your left hand back up to the sky. Get a nice stretch. You're going to feel your back here. You're going to feel your legs. Take 2-3 breaths in and just hold it. Bring it back to downward dog, and you're just going to get a nice little stretch. So lift that left leg back up, and we're going to switch sides. So we're going to bring that right leg up here shortly, and get that nice bend, and begin to hold it. Remember to still try to maintain your breathing here. Get a nice rhythm for it. But here you're going to bring your right leg forward, bring it towards your right arm, the outer right arm. And you're going to keep your left hand down and bring that right hand up shortly and look at the sky. Remember to just focus on your body movements here. If anything is hurting, feel free to take a break. Do not stress yourself to get all these poses right. So we're going to bring that right leg back up. We're going to do a slight lift, just like stretch it a little bit. We're going to bring it back down, and we're going to sink down into child's pose again. While we are in child's pose, this is going to be our resting position. Remember that. So just remember, take deep breaths. Try to control your breathing from any rigorous movements. Remember to keep your thoughts cleared and just connect your mind to your body. So we're slowly going to rise, and we're going to go back into downward dog. Get a nice little back stretch. We're going to be doing cycles of the same thing from last time. So we're going to bring that left leg up, bring it into a fold, and just hold it there for a little bit. We're then slowly going to bring that left leg towards our outer left hand. Hold that there. We're going to rise. We're going to slowly bring our chest up, keeping our balance, maintaining our balance here. And we're going to start into warrior one pose. If you want, you can keep it a little longer than I do here. But you really just want to stabilize here. You want to stay balanced. But then you're going to bring your left hand down. Your elbow's going to touch your knee. And your right hand's going to go up, and you're going to look at the sky. If you want to further stretch, you can touch the ground, and you'll really, truly feel more depth into that stretch. From here, we're going to go back down into downward dog, where we're going to slightly stretch our left leg, just roll it around a little bit, and we're going to move on to the right leg. So bring that right leg up, and get a nice bend in it, hold, try to maintain it there, then bring that right leg up to your outer right arm, hold there. Slowly bringing your chest up, you're going to rise, maintaining your balance, and we're going to do warriors one pose on the opposite side. If you want, get a nice little stretch here. Remember to maintain your balance. If you want, it's better to look at your right arm and look ahead of it. But slowly bring that right elbow to that right knee. Get a nice little stretch while looking at the sky. If you want to get a further stretch, remember you're able to touch the ground. You'll definitely feel that more on your back and your legs. So just hold that there. From there, we're going to do nice little downward facing dog stretch again. We're going to go here. We're going to lift our right leg up just to get a little stretch. Just to stretch it out from the movement we just did from the hold position. So we're going to be in downward facing dog for a bit. We're going to come down into child's pose. here, we're just going to regain our endurance. We're just going to breathe in, breathe out. Remember to stay focused on your breathing. Make sure you're breathing in from your nose and out your mouth. This is our rest position. So we're slowly going to rise up into our standing position. So from here, we're just going to we're going to bend forward here slightly. So as you bend forward, you do not want it to surpass your knees or your shins. You just want to stay there, just get a nice little stretch, and we're going to move into ragdoll. With ragdoll, you want to bring your opposite arm to your opposite elbow and slightly just sway. You can usually feel your feet swaying, but you want to remember to stay balanced as you do this. Remember to still focus on your breathing, but here we're going to rise. We're slightly just going to focus on our breathing, bringing our prayer hands to our chest. We're going to do this 2 more times. So we want to breathe in as we rise our hands and breathe out as we lower them to our chest. So for here, keeping our hands on our chest, we're going to do tree pose, and I have some modifications on here for it. So for one modification, it will be for keeping your foot on your ankle. Another modification would be keeping your foot on your shin or keeping your foot on your knees for a little harder time. Just remember to keep your balance as you do this. Maintain your breathing. Whichever these work, just remember to just remain balanced, remain stable, and breathe in and breathe out. And clear your thoughts. We're going to go bend down and we're going to do ragdoll again. So remember, we're going to interlock our hands with each hand touching each elbow, and we're just going to sway either back and forth, side to side, whichever way you feel is more comfortable. We're going to do that for 2 or 3 or 4 breaths. But we're going to rise slowly. We're going to do prayer hands. So breathe in as it's rising up. Breathe out as you're bringing the prayer hands to your chest. I'm going to do that 2 more times. So from here, we're going to do the opposite side. So whichever modification works for you. I usually tend to go for my foot on my knee just because I want to challenge myself. I want to work on my balance a little more. Remember to stay focused on your breathing. I cannot stress that enough. Like while you're really meditating, while you're stretching, while you're doing these yoga poses, your breathing is one of the most important parts. It's where you truly it truly helps you feel the stretch you're doing. From here, we're going to slowly rise down into ragdoll. So remember, sway forward, backwards, front, any way you want to sway, you can sway. We're going to rise up into prayer hands. But here we're going to do a sun salutation. So starting at prayer hands, we're going to come up, slowly go down, reach towards your calves, your shins. From here, you're going to go into downward facing dog. But slowly, as you bring your hips down, you're going to go into more of a plank push-up position. You're going to hold that, and you're going to slowly rise down into chaturanga, or you may say upward facing dog if you keep your hips raised and your legs raised, or it could be a cobra pose where you're keeping your legs on the ground. If you need any type of modification for your back, you can put your elbows down on the ground in order to not hurt yourself, It'll still get a great stretch. But for me, I'm going to keep it up just because I get an essence. You want to keep your head forward. You want to look up. You want to truly feel this stretch. And we're going to go down into downward dog again. And we're going to slowly pop back up. From here, we're just going to do a couple prayer hands. So we're going to get started. We're going to repeat another sun salutation, but we're going to take 3 prayer hands, breathing in, breathing out. So we're going to slowly rise down into our shins, hang for a little bit. We're slowly going to gravitate towards the ground. We're going to touch the ground and bring our hips back. We're going to do downward dog. We're slowly going to bring our hips down into a plank push-up position again. Here, you're going to slowly rise down, bringing your chest to the ground and lifting it up. Here at chaturanga, or upward dog for me. But like I said, feel free to do modifications if your back is not feeling comfortable here. So from here, we're going to go back into downward dog to get a nice little stretch. We're going to pop back up to bring our legs back into up by our hands, and we're going to slowly rise. We're going to do prayer hands, breathing in with our hands up, breathing out as our hands come up to our chest. So we'll slowly rise down. This is going to be our last time doing our sun salutation. So if you want to get a further deep stretch, remember, so as you are touching your shins, you want to jump back down, bringing those legs back, hips up into downward dog. Slowly bringing our hips down, we're going to go into the plank push-up position and slowly rise down, then bringing our neck up into chaturanga and holding that. Remember to focus on your breathing as you continue to stretch here. If you want to meditate, close your eyes, you can do that. Look up at the sky, look up at the clouds, look up anything that is in your view. For me, it's the ceiling at the time, but it's okay. So come back down, it's downward facing dog, and you're going to pop them legs up by your arms. And we're going to slowly stand up. We're going to do prayer arms. So remember to breathe in while raising your hands up and breathe out as you're raising your hands to your chest. We're going to do that one more time. And we're going to go back into tree pose. Giving you multiple options, of course. So you can start low, medium, or high, which is your knee. And just hold, focus on your breathing here. If you want, you can try to close your eyes here. I truly don't recommend it just because you might lose your balance here, because I definitely did try, but I lost my balance a little, but I regained it by opening my eyes, of course. But remember to just focus on your breathing here. If you want to focus on something while like you're doing this, feel free. So we're gonna slowly do prayer hands and rise down into ragdoll again. So remember, as you're in ragdoll, sway. You can sway any way you'd like, forward, backwards, side to side. Just remember to move your feet, but you're going to feel everything in your body move. And we're going to do prayer hands. So breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. We're going to do tree pose to our right side. Remember, you just want to maintain your balance here. You want to look forward, keep your chest up, keep your head up. You want to make sure your legs are balanced. You want to make sure your whole body is balanced. Here you can see the equilibrium from your body where it's leaning more to the left here because your left foot is down. I almost lost my balance a couple times, so it's okay if you do. Just regain it. Just put your foot up, down and regain it. Don't worry about that. Breathe in and breathe out. We're going to do ragdoll. As we rise, we're going to breathe in and do prayer hands. One last time. Breathe out. We're going to rise down. We're going to go down into downward dog. And just hold. Focusing on your breathing. And we're going to go down into child's pose. Again, this is our neutral position. And we're back at it. But as you go down into child's pose, you maybe want to spread your legs a little wider. Get a further, deeper stretch in as you're doing child's pose. So we're gonna do cow to cat pose from here. We're just gonna get a nice little back stretch since we're about to cool down here shortly. And we just want a nice rhythm between our body. So arching that back into cow, bringing that back into a bend, like a bridge. And we're gonna just do cat to cow rotations. So as you breathe in, you'll go into cow paw position. And as you breathe out, go into cat position. From here, we're going to go back into child's pose. But we're going to go into a wider, deeper stretch by spreading our legs a little wider here. Just remember to maintain your breathing as you continue here. From here, we're going to move on. We're just going to spread our legs up, but we're going to move on to frog pose. So slightly rotate your hips more up, outward tight. And you want to get that nice forward bend. And then you're going to just keep that nice little frog pose. But for this one, we're going to be rotating. So we're going to be rotating between going down and up. So you can get that sense of movement in your hips. Get that nice stretch in there. It's going to be truly deep in there. You're going to feel it. If you feel any discomfort during this time, feel free to move the legs closer to yourself. Don't overstretch yourself because it can cause injury and we don't want that to happen here. But frog pose is a good stretch if you want to gain flexibility in your hips for sure. So we're just going to go down and hold it there. We're going to rise a little bit. And from here, we're just going to go back into child's pose. As we're in child's pose, we just remember we want to maintain our breathing at a normal rate. Make sure you're breathing in and out slowly. This is our cool down part. So we're just going to keeping both our legs folded. We're going to just do a nice simple little back stretch as our legs are folded. So remember to rotate them hips. We're going to rotate them to the right for this stretch, using our leg as resistance. Make sure you're stretching your neck, your back, your hips, your legs, and everything. Now we're going to switch sides. We're going to look to the left. And we're going to rotate left as well. We're going to get a nice stretch here as we're cooling down. We don't want our muscles to be tight. We want our muscles to be able to move again like this so tomorrow in a brand new day. So we're going to figure for our legs here, where this is a nice hamstring stretch. So you're gonna feel this more in your legs, your hips, but just try to hold it as much as you can. A modification for this is just doing the stretch, keeping that leg straight and just pushing down on that leg. We're gonna switch sides. We're gonna do the opposite side. And just hold, maybe for about 2 or 3 breaths. Nice deep breaths. From here, we're just gonna do a forward fold and a toe touch stretch, just to stretch our backs a little, our legs, be able to feel the movement here. You can bounce them up and down if you would like, just to truly feel what you might have worked out today through this session. But from here, we're just gonna go into a crisscross position. We're gonna start with our neck rolls. So we're gonna do 3 nice little neck rolls to the left side and 3 nice neck rolls to the right, nice and slow. Take your time with it, get that stretch. Again, if you feel any nicks and crannies in here, everything's all right. Take your time with this. Remember to breathe in and out while you're doing this. So next we're going to move on to our forward and backward shoulder rolls. So we're going to do 10 backwards. Just making sure our joints feel a nice little stretch to pull down here. After doing 10 backwards, we're going to do 10 forward rolls. So here we're going to do a side bend, a side arm bend. So just bring that right arm to your left side above your head. Get a nice little deep stretch and switch sides. We're going to do this 3 times. You can take your time with this stretch, really feel it. You'll feel it more on your back and your hips, your arms. It's a nice little general stretch. So you can relax your muscles here. So last time, I'm gonna stretch left side bend. And to our right side bend. All right. From here, we're just going to do a nice, simple cool down meditation. Everything that you learned from this session, you can observe that here, absorb it, keep that in your memory. But as you are cooling down here, as you are meditating, close your eyes. You want to breathe in and breathe out, focusing on your breath. Now, here's a chance where you can work on anything you have in mind. You can set your goals for the day. You can set your goals for the week. You can think of what you want to do for the day, what you want to cook, what you simply want to enjoy. Do you want to relax? Do you want to read a book? Do you want to just go on a nice walk? Do you want to go look at the plants, flowers, anything? Remember, during this whole session, you want to take away all your stresses in life. Right now, we're going through a little difficult time, and I understand that, but we have to look at the positive sides in life. We have to look at the happy parts, that we're healthy, that we're breathing, that we woke up this morning, that we're going to go to sleep, that we have our elements for the day. We just gotta truly be grateful for everything that we have in life right now. Whether it's a job, whether it's our kids, whether it's our families, whether it's a significant other, it can be anything. Remember to just breathe in and breathe out. Take deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. What I usually do is I breathe in for 4 seconds, breathe out for 7. So breathe in, breathe out. I want to thank you guys for taking time and part of your day to watch this video. Remember to just be happy, be grateful, and love life. Namaste.